Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, I'm going to install Active Directory domain services in our first lab machine and create an Active Directory domain and join two other lab machines to Active Directory. And then we are going to be implementing role-based access control to manage some Active Directory objects and some of our servers. Then we will configure a DHCP server on domain controller and then configure one of the join machine to use DHCP and acquire IP configuration via DHCP server. And then we configure up at DNS service and also a DNS record. As you can see here, this is our first machine, and when we want to install Active Directory in the first machine, we should go to Add Role and Feature and install the Active Directory and then promote this machine to Domain Controller. And go to another machine. This is my second machine, and then first change the DNS server, and the DNS IP address should be the IP address of the first machine, and then change the domain to what we have as a domain name, and then do all these things for the third machine. So as you can see here, the domain name is changed in both machine, and now the first machine is the Active Directory, and the both other machine is joined to the Active Directory as well. In this part of lab, we are going to configuring DHCP service on the Active Directory and Active Directory machine, and the DHCP server can distribute IP address to Active Directory members. For this purpose, first I need to install DHCP, go to the role and feature and install DHCP on the or server 01 machine. Then authorize DHCP server. It means that when you authorize it, and just enterprise admin or account with delegate permission have permission to change to this to DHCP. And after that, we go here, and under you can, as you can see, under the this is the domain name, and under the domain name we have IPv4. We try to make a scope. I made it before with a special IP address that gave to us. There is some exclude option here. For example, for a scope 1, this is the network, and the first 50 address of this network is exclude, and also the 20% and the last 20% of this range of IP address also is excluded. So there is a limitation in a scope here. And after defining this IP address, go to creating policies. Go to policies. For example, for a scope 1, I choose a scope 1. Go to policies. I go to policies, and under the policies you can right click on the policies, and you can give the new policy. And also you can come here, the scope option, come here, and then you can see that 003 router has the IP address like this, that this is the default gateway. And you can see also that 006 DNS server has this IP address, that is the IP address of our server 01 machine. So after doing these settings, come here in the 02 machine, go to Ethernet properties and IPv4 and obtain an IP address automatically. Okay, and okay here. And if I come here and go to command prompt, and if I say ipconfig, if you can see here that my IP address is like this, 1074.7.52, that start from 1074.7.50, because then before 50 is excluded. And you can also come here, address list, and you can see all the address. That is, if I refreshed it, I should refresh it and then it comes. So that's it. For the second task, I want to use role-based access control to manage some Active Directory object and some of the servers. If you look at here, our Active Directory server, you can see that we have some in Active Directory user and computer, we have some organization unit. The one of the base one is this one that contain endpoints, user, and workstation, and we have also IT. If you take a look at user, I define the standard user in the user part, and its name is like my name. And if you take a look at IT, there is something here. I defined some admin user here that if you take a look at this is the member of domain user and service desk as admin, and also its log name is come with /a. And so after I defining this user, I delegate control of embedded 0567 user, uh, such that domain admin user group can create, and the domain admin user group can manage user account and create, delete, and manage group account. So while we're doing this, you should we can take a look at here in this computer. In this computer, in the computer management part, we have user and group. And if you go to the group, you can see the administrator here. And if you see here, we should add the account that we have here as an administrator to this group, to administrator properties. So as an example, the embodied here can do everything like administrator here in this part. And we have to create a group policy to allow member of the local admin server group to connect because to connect and using remote desktop. So if I want to remove desktop from to this computer, and just the users that define as an admin, can have the right to remove desktop to this computer and no standard user. For the last part of lab, we're going to configure the DNS server and the DNS record. So DNS record can be resolved by 02 machine. For this purpose, first we should install server by using the add role on feature. Then click on the DNS management and right click on the reverse lookup and make for a new zone. The address of this zone is the address of 4 network that we had before. And go to the forward lookup zone and under the domain name here, right click on that and add new mail exchange. You can hear that the priority is 10 and you can add the host name is mail something mail.embodied0567.corp and you can easily uh, do these things. So and after that, after doing all this setting, just go to the command prompt of the um, machine 01 and it should be on the administrator mode and then type set type equal mx and you can see here if you're gonna take a look at here the mail exchange priority preference is 10 and the mail exchanger is mail.embodied.corp the name that we gave on the mail exchange part and the internet address is the address of our second machine and this is the mail address mail.embodied.corp